Shana Tova. I've been asked to say a few words about the Torah reading on the second day of Rosh Hashanah. The reading is the Akedah, the binding of Isaac. It tells of the great sacrifice that our father Abraham made on behalf of his God. The connection to Rosh Hashanah is what we call Zechut Avot, the merits of our ancestors. We ask God to forgive us for the sake of our parents, as if to say to God, our ancestors made such sacrifices on your behalf that even if we aren't worthy, you owe it to them to forgive us. That is, we're asking God to reward us not for our achievements, but for those of our parents. Today, such an idea is an absolute taboo. It's nepotism. It's privilege. It's also a very central idea in the high holidays. So, what are we to make of it? Zechut Avot is very much about the relationship between parents and children. I recall a conversation I had with my daughter-in-law, who is pregnant with her first child. I commented her that statistically the chances are that her child would be Chinese. I explained that since 1 in every 4 children born are Chinese, but only a fraction of a percent of children born are Jewish, the chances of her having a Jewish child were very slim. But that, of course, is nonsense. We don't give birth to random children. We are not random. We give birth to our children. They are like us, created in our image, molded and crafted by us. They inherit our genes, but more than that, our culture, our environment, our values. They learn to speak the language that we speak, and they receive the education that we choose to give them. If education is important for us, it's more likely they'll receive a good education. And if we value stable families or peace, investment in the future, civic responsibility, if we're committed to creating a better society, the chances are that they will grow up in a stronger and better society. Zechut Avot isn't about asking God to give us something that we don't deserve. Zechut Avot is an argument that because of our parents and the sacrifices that they have made, we are essentially good people, and we're worthy of God taking a chance and investing in us. But is that fair? I think it is, because that kind of merit is truly available to everyone. The things that really matter in life aren't limited to only one part of society. The things that are important, the things that God truly judges us on, such as basic decency, compassion, care for others, or honesty, they don't belong to one class, social background, political camp, or ethnic origin. We're not asking for a privilege that isn't also attainable for all others. We're not saying that we're better than others. Furthermore, when it comes to God's forgiveness, the amount available is without limit. When I search for a job, my success is dependent on someone else failing. But there's enough forgiveness to go around. God forgiving me doesn't make the world less fair for you. My conversation with God is about my individual struggle with myself to become a better person. Hopefully, you're having a similar conversation. Questions of privilege remain complicated, and they challenge us. They challenge because we're not just individuals. We are links in a chain. We have parents and we have grandparents who continue to live on within us, whether we like it or not. And we have children and grandchildren who will hold us within themselves and carry us into the future. Abraham's willingness to sacrifice on that day continues to awe and to inspire. It's part of our heritage. It's part of our culture. It's who we are. And that's why we continue to read it and to invoke it in our prayers. We've all made sacrifice in the past year. We have been told that if we make sacrifices now, we will strengthen society. That if we make sacrifices, we will make the world safer for other people out there. That is Zechut Avot. May the year 5781 be a year of health and happiness and success. A year in which we're not called upon to make sacrifices, but rather a year in which we will all enjoy the fruits of our labors. Shana Tova.